Alrighty guys, how's it going out there tonight? Rooster in 10, roostercb.com. Just one little item going up for sale. And this was in our last unboxing video we did. Galaxy 80 preamp dash receiver. Now this thing is pretty interesting because it is actually a tiny little amp, the smallest amp I've ever seen. This thing will actually fit in your pocket. I mean, look at it to scale with a Superstar mic. It's like the same size as a Superstar mic. So, but what I have found with it, or what it seems like it's doing, and again, someone that has had one of these or whatever, you guys can be sure to correct me, but it seems like when it's in the out position or off position, it works as a receive preamp. Hello, and it does not work as a amplifier. Now, why do I say that? Well, I'm on a dummy load here, and I was actually able to hear some of my, there we go. I know you guys are having a hard time hearing that, but that's one of my locals talking. And see how we're getting a signal on the S meter here? Well, if we power this thing on, it goes away, and the receive goes back to normal. Now, I initially thought that it was cutting the receive down, that there might have been something wrong with it, that when you powered it up, it was cutting the receive down. But I don't think that's the case because me being on a dummy load and being able to hear him, that's Jelly Belly talking. And he's about, I would say, 8 miles to 10 miles away, and he does not run a lot of power. He's on an Antron 99 and maybe a couple of 100 watts. So it's not common for me to be able to hear him on my dummy load. So what I think happens with this thing is when you have it pushed out, that it still works as a preamp or receive amp. When you push it in, it no longer works as a receive amp or preamp, and it's just a little tiny amplifier. So somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but by all indicators, it seems like that's how it's functioning. I've never had one of these before, so it's kind of new to me. But anyway, let's test it real quick and show you guys what it does. I can tell you what we're putting into it. We're putting about 10 watts bird average power into it and about 35 PEP. And really, that's probably too much for it, but that's about the best we have to test it with right now. So you could probably even put a weaker radio into it than that and be fine. So let's just show you what this guy does. We've got a 100 watt slug over here, 100 watt element. We're going to be looking at the bottom scale. This is average power first. Turn this radio off in the background. Okay, so we got about a 5 watt dead key there. 4. Going to almost 50 average on the audio. And then here's your PEP. Hello, audio. So 100 PEP, pretty cool. Now, let me show you guys what it does with it turned off. This is PEP, just a radio. Hello, audio. 35 to 40 PEP. And then your average power, hello. That first hash mark is 10. And let's put a smaller slug in here to see what we're dead keying into it. Okay, middle scale, this is going to see, check our dead key. So not much. 50 watt slug, so maybe like a watt, if that there. So anyway, that is what this thing does. It's turned off right there. I can show you the difference in dead key. So like a watt dead key in, 4 watts out. So there you guys go. This one will go up for sale. It's a cool little device. Again, that's the way I think it works. Pushed in, amplifier. Pushed out, preamplifier. So preamp, receive amp out, amp in. Doesn't do both. So does one or the other. And again, that's just from my testing. You can see we get all that static in there that usually comes with the preamp. We can hear Jelly Belly talking a little bit. I can tell that's his voice. We push it in and it goes away. So, alrighty guys, this will be on the website, roostercb.com, under used equipment and specials. A cool little pocket preamp /amp. Catch you guys out there. See you, bye.